Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You know what it is, man. This your spot for your daily hip hop updates, man, with the latest and greatest news. So today what we're gonna talk about are the Migos, man. So the Migos look like they're gonna be suing QC, man. This is crazy, man. So, okay, before we get into that story, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and let's get to it. Now, for me to say that I am disappointed in this news is an understatement because I really, truly look up to quality control management as a team, you know what I'm saying? And I also look up to Migos as a group, man. This sucks, man. This is some of the worst news that I ever heard in hip hop lately, man. Now, Migos is the biggest group in the world right now. Everybody knows that. They sell more than any group, any genre right now. They just more streams than any group, any genre right now. And I guess it goes back to that old adage of going at your label, man, or your label not taking care of you. So, man, let's really get to the crux of this situation, man. This is crazy, man. I mean, when I say that, I am not fronting, man. I really like Coach and P over there at QC. You know, when it comes to managers and running the label, I hold them to the highest regard. So this news is really, really troubling for me as one, man. So this is the situation. So the group, the Migos, man, they filed a complaint against their longtime attorney, Mr. Damian Granderson, and they claim that there was abuse in his position and he was not looking after the trust as Migos fiduciary from the moment he was retained as Migos lawyer. And he cheated the group out of millions of dollars. So that's the blatant accusation. Now Migos shares this attorney with the label QC, which is man that already off the top sounds very Big Red Records. Like anybody who ever seen, you know, the Five Heartbeats knows Big Red Records, man. My office hours are from 9 to 5, man. It sounds very shady. You obviously always want your attorney not to be connected to your group, your label, or anything like that, man. You don't want that those two things. You need somebody checking out for your interests and your interests alone. But it seems like they believe this gentleman was not looking out for their interests at all. So the group, you know, Quavo Marshall, Kiari Cyphers, and Kersnick Ball, which is Quavo, Offset, and Takeoff, whose fourth album, Culture 3, has been delayed for months and has been dodged by legal issues throughout much of its career. The lawsuit also alleges that Granderson's records deals first with 300 Entertainment, which the group left in 2017 via a pricey exit arrangement to join with Capitol. Now, we're not in the best interest of the cost of the group. So, man, it looks like, man, when these guys split from Capitol, they're alleging that 300 and their attorney still had a deal out there, man. It's sad, man. It's crazy, man. I ain't think, because the Migos, I know that show money is a big deal, right? So show money is a huge deal for artists. But Migos, when it comes to show money, they show money is crazy. Like they are really getting coin out there doing shows. So for them to clean the books up and look at the books and say that, hey man, this dude is looking out for the interests of QC and not us is crazy. So let's continue, man. So Granderson, he did not reach out and talk to anybody since this filing, but the complaint filed by another attorney, Brian Freeman, also alleges that Granderson concealed from the group that Quality Control had an exclusive label deal with Capitol that would allow Capitol to distribute all albums to QCM produce, and that QCM being the label quality manager, was actually profiting far more handsomely than was apparent from the face of the documents that Granderson personally presented to the Migos for immediate execution. Now, all of that is basically saying that it is alleged that they were cooking the books over at QC so they could take a lion's share of the profit from the label deal and then shorting the Migos for their own profits, man. Dang, man. Whoa. That is a lot, man. That sucks. That sucks to hear. And, man, that sucks that the label is being accused of that. Now, this is all alleged, and nobody can say that this is actual factual. But for them to take this to a separate attorney and bring this lawsuit to court is a very serious allegation. So it should be treated seriously. Now, QC had no choice but to respond. You're talking about the biggest group in the world right now, one of your biggest money-making machines, and they had to talk about it. So P, who's the CEO of QC, he had to speak out, and he actually released a statement, man. And he went to social media to release his statements. So, I mean, sometimes when people go to social media and release statements, I kind of have to give them credit because sometimes that shows that you don't have anything to hide, but it doesn't mean that you're actually in the right because these things could also be run by your attorneys. So let's go over that right now. So right here, let's look at this. So P from QC said this: "It is unfortunate that the same people that we have worked hard for, provided opportunities for, and championed for are now alleging that we have participated in any kind of immoral or unfair business practices or took advantage of them and their careers, especially while we are dealing with the death of an artist on our label that was dear to us. We have always practiced honest business and complete transparency from the beginning when we started Quality Control Music. We built this business on family values, which has been so hard to do when you are dealing with so much pride and ego. The problem that I have been struggling with in this business as a black man is jealousy." So he's basically saying that he feels like they have been honorable in what they've done with the Migos, and that the only issue that he has been seeing is the fact that he has been dealing with jealousy throughout this industry. Now, I can't doubt that he has faced some type of jealousy throughout the industry, but the claims by the Migos are of a legal and fiduciary type. So, man, he didn't go over it on that part. So let's look at the second part of this tweet. Now, in this part, he says this: "Communication. I was a millionaire before I got in the music business, and for me to know the sacrifices I have made for the people that I have invested in and put every dollar, blood, sweat, and tears into is nonsense. I will not stand by and let Quality Control Music's reputation and everything we built and sacrificed be tarnished by allegations of unfair and unjust business practices. I am a student of this game, and I have watched several black record label owners get destroyed by the same things that I am facing right now. This is why majority of people in this," and we'll leave it right there. Hold up. Let's include this next text right here. "In this business end up in financial turmoil and ultimately failing to reach their full potential. It is hard enough to be fighting and battling with corporations and the powers that be. I am not doing it with those who I consider family. I love my artists. I love my team. Everyone has their own lawyers. I understand in the business that you are not always going to end with the people you started with. I say that to say I am not forcing anybody to be in business with us that has a problem with and cannot communicate and does not want to work as a unit. Everything is negotiable. I wish my whole team more money, more blessings, and continued success." And then he ended it with "Long live Marlo." Now, the artist that he was talking about earlier in the tweet, he was talking about Marlo, who lost his life. I did a video about Marlo earlier this week, so please check that out, man. Sad situation, horrible, man. Big time QC artist on the rise, man. Lil Baby's best friend, so it's a sad situation. But he didn't discuss anything in depth as far as the lawsuit is pertaining to them allegedly cooking the books and shorting the Migos out of money, man. So it's a weird situation, man. I hate to see this, definitely, and I'm hoping that they can meet a resolution. because the Migos is 100% my favorite group right now. You know, I can't think of another group right now besides maybe some cats up north and like that, but Migos is it right now. You know what I mean? Now, for this, man, I'm going to be standing by and seeing what the Migos attorney responds with and see if they can make sure that this situation gets situated, you know, between the two parties. Now, a lot of people online are talking a lot of stuff, man. So let's look at those tweets. You know, I got to look at the tweets and see the response just to give you guys a flavor of what's going on out there in the community. So here they go right here. So, as you can see in those tweets, man, QC the label and Migos beefing and having this legal issue just doesn't make sense with people, man. It's just it's a heartbreaker, man. I ain't gonna lie, man, because QC, I thought they were the one label that just got it right, man. Do you know how many labels, man, hip hop labels, black labels, who had amazing figureheads and people at the top who had been in this industry and could not amass the type of talent that QC has at this time? They got Cardi B, they got Migos, they got Lil Baby. I mean, the only thing I can compare them to, and Lord forgive me for doing this, man, but is Death Row, man. Death Row definitely had a powerhouse roster for a long period of time, and QC has managed to do that same thing, man. So it's a little disheartening, man, to hear that they having it out with their artists, man. So I'm hoping they can put this to bed. And I'm definitely hoping that they didn't allegedly cook the books and short the Migos out of any type of bread, man. Because, man, if anybody deserves it, it's them. Because for a long time, they held QC, the label, up on their back, man. Now, with that, this has been your boy, Big Man. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And if you have any type of questions or anything, man, make sure you put that in the comments, man. Funniest comment gets posted to the top each and every time, man. And please, if you have subscribed before, make sure you're still subscribed, because for some reason, man, folks who were subscribed have been unsubscribed, and you guys might need to subscribe again. And if this is your first time listening to me, please subscribe, man. I'm building my thing, man. We on this grind, and we out of here. Peace.